Hey, good evening. Just real quick, I'm planning on rebuilding the right hub on my Ecomobl Telum all-wheel drive Pro. If you don't know what that is, it's a street board and off-road board, four-wheel drive, electric. I'll kind of show you a picture of it after we talk here real quick. And this is if you decide to either replace the motor, bearings, hub, anything of that nature. This will be a good in detail, in-depth walkthrough of that process so that you're not intimidated by it. It's fairly easy. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10 for repairability on these boards, probably about a 9.5. That's how easy it is. So without further ado, I'll switch you around here and kind of show you what we're working with. So we got a new hub and then the old hubs below it. The reason I'm replacing it is this slot is a little bit worn out, so I'm just replacing it with the new one. Here's the motor. That's the attach point to your truck. There's the controller. There's your battery. And then you got the rear that I'm going to do separate. But for now, I'm just going to do a walkthrough. So hopefully that folks that are doing this preventative maintenance on their boards to be able to kind of see the process. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. So this motor is held in by this snap ring. And I went ahead and got these pair of snap ring pliers. And the way it works, you'll see when I go ahead and install it, pinches this together so that it can go in that groove right there. Okay, we'll get to that later. For now, we're just going to get one of our new pins out that the company sent. Actually, I was going to put some new grease before we go farther. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh grease to this motor. I'm taking this out just in case there was any contamination that made its way in during this disassembly process. It's always good to have, just like in your car, to do an oil change on it once in a while. Obviously, I'm not going to get it all out because I'm not doing a full disassembly, but I'll get enough to where it has just enough, fresh grease to keep it running smooth. So go ahead and just get a little bead in there. And then as this motor begins to work, it'll distribute it throughout the gears in there. I'm just going to kind of get it around. Freshly greased, that'll be good. Excuse me. All right, so now with this pin, it's a lock pin. It goes right there, like that. And then it's going to want to go in this groove right there. Kind of holding this at an angle so that pin doesn't fall out like it just did. So it might be a little bit hard for you to see, but see if I can get it in by hand. If not, I can nudge it a little bit with a hammer. Not too hard, but a little bit. Oop, there goes my pin. So it looks like it's going to be a little bit not wanting to go in on its own. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab this rubber mallet. There we go. Make sure that pin's getting in the slot there. It's going in a little harder than I want it to. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't want to hurt the hub. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that, just put something over it. Because see how it's a little crooked? I don't like that right there. So I'm going to try to even it out. There we go. Nice sturdy tap. And now you can see that pin is engaged. Sorry for the noise. Now to get it all the way down in so that we can engage that snap ring, I'm going to go ahead and use this rubber. It's going. Okay. We are seated. I'm going to check this, make sure I didn't hurt it. Looks good. Okay. So we are engaged completely. Now we're going to take this snap ring, use our snap ring tool. To squeeze it. Then we're going to take our tapping tool, because it's not quite engaged. We're just going to lightly tap on it. There we go. All right, as you can see, the ring is now seated in its slot. Now it turns, see? All right, now we can take this part, fits in like so. Go ahead and install that. They give us these bolts with a little lock washer on it. But when I'm doing repairs on boards, I want to use some thread lock to make sure there's no chance of it coming off. Yep. That one doesn't have a lock washer, so I've got to make sure I don't forget the lock washer. Go ahead and snug them up, all going all the way around. And then I usually hang on to this like so, so that it doesn't let loose on me. Okay, those are snugged, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that they are extra good. All right, this turns good. This now can be installed back on the truck. Let me bring you in close here so you can kind of see what I'm doing next. So what this motor is now assembled, and now I can use this plate to attach it back to this truck here. So the way that happens is it goes like so. Then this plate goes like so. And then we'll go ahead and start a couple bolts. Even though I'm using red thread lock, these bolts, I still will be able to get them out if I need to do maintenance. Oop, this says this bolt had 2 washers on it. See that? I want 2. One's kind of crushed on there. We only want one. We'll go ahead and kind of snug in a star pattern. Oop, this one's got 2 washers too. We don't want to double up if possible. And usually before a ride, I'll go ahead, just like you would with an airplane, do a walk around. I'll look around on this board, any board, or even my e-foil, and make sure that nothing's coming loose and that all the bolts are still there. Here we go. That's 2 hubs done. I still have the rear to do. I might do that tonight. I might hold off and do that another day. But that's the assembly of the hub, attaching of the hub for the Ecomobl Telum all-wheel drive Pro. It's very similar for the M24, which is the version that has the full suspension, more of a off-road trail board. This one just has the springs and then it's solid axle or solid truck. So it's good for street and some rough as well. Good in the sand too. All right, thanks for watching. And if you ever do have to break into your Ecomobl, it's very repairable, probably 9.5 out of 10. Very doable, just as long as you have a toolbox and you have the basic set of tools, Allen keys, snap ring pliers. Other than that, hammer. Other than that, fairly straightforward. Anyway, thanks for watching, and like and follow.